मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं गोपिका जीवनस्मरणं गोविन्द गोविन्द. With the grace of Lord Shri Krishna and with the immense blessings of my Guru, today we have the bhagyam to enjoy on the topic Bhakti Priyo Madhavaha. Bhakta Chakravarti Prahalad Alvar says in Srimad Bhagavatam 9 types of bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Shravanam. What is Shravanam? Listening to Lord Shri Krishna's stories. Kirtanam. Singing in praise of Lord Shri Krishna. Vishnoho Smaranam. Thinking about Lord Shri Krishna always. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho Smaranam. And then next, Pada Sevanam. Doing service to Lord Shri Krishna. Archanam. Then doing pujas to Lord Shri Krishna. Vandanam. Prostrating Lord Shri Krishna. Dasyam. Being a servant to Lord Shri Krishna. Sakhyam. Being a friend of Shri Krishna. Atmanivedanam. Totally surrendering to Lord Shri Krishna. Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita says how to do bhakti towards him in a simple way. Bhagavad Gita is a shastram which is given to us by Lord Shri Krishna. What is a shastram? Shri Vedavyasa says, Veda shastram param nasti na devam keshavat param. There is no greater shastras than Vedas and there is no greater God than Lord Shri Krishna. Vedas are the divine wisdom of Bhagavan. It is in the form of Bhagavan's breath. Then what is the greatness of Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is a sermon which is directly from the divine mouth of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Shri Vedavyasa says about the greatness of Shri Bhagavad Gita. Gita Sugita Kartavyaha Kimanyai Shastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukhapadmat Vinishrita. There are two types of divine tirthas in the world. One is Ganga, which is from the divine feet of Bhagavan, and other one is Jnana Ganga, which is from the divine mouth of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, which is the Bhagavad Gita. We say at the ending of each chapter, Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, which means Bhagavad Gita is a Upanishad. It is a Brahma Vidya. What is Brahma Vidya? Brahma Vidya enlightens us and makes us to hold the holy feet of Bhagavan. How did Bhagavan Shri Krishna give this Bhagavad Gita to us? Sarvopanishado gavaha dogdha gopalanandanaha partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdham geetamritam mahat. Bhagavan Shri Krishna made all the Upanishads as cows. He himself stood as milkman and took the essence of the Shastras. As per our Sanatana Dharma, before we milk the cow, first we should let the calf to drink the milk. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna gave the essence of Shastram first to Arjuna. Then he gave it to all of us. Shri Vedavyasa says, Sudhihi Bhoktaha. We all are very much blessed because while saying Bhagavad Gita, we say often Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, which means it is said by Bhagavan Shri Krishna himself. So we are very much blessed. Shri Vedavyasa says. And Arjuna saw Krishna as Jagat Guru. Krishnam Mande Jagat Gurum. We say right. Arjuna saw Krishna as Jagat Guru and he listened to what Sri Krishna said to him. Why did Lord Sri Krishna sermoned this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna? Because Arjuna said to Sri Krishna, Gandivam sramsate hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate nacha shaknom vyavasthatum bhramati vacha me manaha. I can't get a grip to hold my bow, Gandivam. The Gandivam is slipping out of my hand. Gandivam sramsate hastat. Nacha shaknom vyavasthatum bhramati vacha me manaha. I am not steady physically and mentally also. In other place, Arjuna says, Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha pritchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yachreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Arjuna says to Sri Krishna, I don't know what is dharma and what is adharma at this time. So please accept me as your disciple. And please, sir, please guide me in finding what is right and what is wrong. So Bhagavan said this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. In this Bhagavad Gita, there are 700 shlokas. It is mainly divided into 3 yogas. They are Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? Karma means duty. Karma Yoga means we should do our duty for Krishna and we should not expect the results of the duty, and we should think that and we should offer the result also to Lord Sri Krishna. That is Karma Yoga. And what is Bhakti Yoga? Bhakti Yoga contains 8 steps. Swami Vedanta Deshikan in his Artha Panchakam says about this Ashtanga Yoga. Yamaniyama upasanangal yala vipula nadakkam tamadariyum taranaigal tarayarani volukkam samamudaya samadhinalam sadipar kilakkagum amarar tolumattigiri ambuyattalaramude. There are 8 steps in Ashtanga Yoga. They are Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyanam, and Samadhi. And in Jnana Yoga, we should see everywhere Lord Sri Krishna. It is Jnana Yoga. What is the difference between Bhakti Yoga and Bhakti? As per our topic, we say Bhakti Priyo Madhavaha. Here Bhakti refers to the Bhakti Prapatti. What is the difference between Bhakti Yoga and Bhakti Prapatti? For example, when a child tries to cross a dirty water by itself, it may fall down. But when a mother picks up the child with her, and when she crosses the dirty water, the child crosses the dirty water safely. Like that, when we do Bhakti Prapatti, we totally surrender to Lord Sri Krishna. And it is the responsibility of Lord Sri Krishna to take care of us and to make us to cross this samsara sagaram. But in Bhakti Yoga, we depend on our strength. We does not surrender to Lord Sri Krishna. So we may fall down. We learn from our mistakes and at last only we reach Lord Sri Krishna. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate aneka janma samsiddhaha tatoyati param gatim. The one who is trying to reach me with Bhakti Yoga takes several births to reach me. For example, Jatabharata. Even for Jatabharata, it took 3 births to reach Bhagavan. Then we should think of our situation twice or thrice. So Bhagavan says these 3 yogas to attain him. And in Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogam, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says how to satisfy him. Bhagavan is saying to Arjuna, Arjuna, Doing bhakti towards me is very, very easy. Give me just simple things. I am not asking you to give any costly things, any expensive things. I am asking just simple things. But how should you give? You should not think that I am giving to Lord Sri Krishna. You should think that Krishna had given me this opportunity to offer the things to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Radha Vidya Radha Guhya Yogam, he says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yo Me Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhaktyupahrtam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. He says, even if you give me a leaf, Patram means leaf, Pushpam means flower, Phalam means fruit, Toyam means anything which is drinkable. If you give me anything in these things, I will accept it. But if you give it with bhakti, I will accept it. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Bhagavan is only there in all of us. He is from Ant to Brahma. He is in the Antaryami state. But Bhagavan is saying, if you give it to me with bhakti, I will accept it. He says, Prayatatmanaha. We should give it to Bhagavan with flawless mind. We should give it with prema bhakti. Then Bhagavan will accept. We should not think that I am doing bhakti towards Lord Sri Krishna. We should think Bhagavan has created this world. He had created every living and non-living things present in the world. He has also given me the mind to think of him and to offer the thing which is present in this world. So we should pray to Lord Krishna that we should think like that forever. So Bhagavan will get happy from our activities. We should not think that Bhagavan said just like that. If you give me a leaf, if you give me a flower, if you give me a fruit, or else if you give me a drop of water, I will accept it. We should not think that Bhagavan said just like that. It has proof in Itihasas and Puranas. We will see who gave Patram to Lord Sri Krishna. Draupadi gave Patram to Lord Sri Krishna. Pandavas and Draupadi were in exile in the forest. For the livelihood, what do? So, Lord Sri Krishna gave Pandavas and Draupadi Akshaya Patram. What is the speciality of Akshaya Patram? Whatever the food you want, the Akshaya Patram give to you in generous amounts. Lord Sri Krishna gave it to Pandavas. Pandavas and Draupadi were residing in the hut in a forest. One day, sage Durvasa came to Duryodhana's palace. Duryodhana did hospitality to sage Durvasa as best as he could. The speciality of Durvasa Maharishi is when normally sages curse other people, their tapas shakti which they gain through their penance gets decreased. But when Durvasa Maharishi curse other people, his power gets increased. That is the speciality of Durvasa Maharishi. Fortunately, Durvasa Maharishi was happy with Duryodhana's hospitality. So, Durvasa Maharishi wanted to give a boon to Duryodhana. He asked Duryodhana, Duryodhana, I am happy with your hospitality. I want to give you a boon. Please ask me, he said. And Duryodhana said to Durvasa Maharishi with a bad intention. In the forest, Pandavas and Draupadi are residing in a hut. You please go there and take food from them also. Durvasa was happy with Duryodhana's hospitality. He also agreed to give him boon. So Durvasa agreed and gave the boon, and he decided to go to the forest. And while Durvasa approached Yudhishthira's hut, Yudhishthira prostrated Durvasa and welcomed the Maharishi. Durvasa Maharishi said to Yudhishthira that he will take bath from Yamuna river and he will take food in Yudhishthira's hut. Yudhishthira was so happy. He immediately came to Draupadi and said, Draupadi, Durvasa Maharishi will be coming to our house. So you please prepare some food for them. Now Draupadi was in a big trouble because he has washed the Akshaya Patram and kept it upside down. When Akshaya Patram is washed and kept upside down, it stops giving the food. And now she was afraid of a sin. What is the sin? Durvasa Maharishi is a Brahmanottama. He is a Brahma Rishi. And he has he has come with his 10,000 disciples. If I didn't serve food for them, it will be a great sin. She was afraid of the sin. So she prayed to Lord Sri Krishna. Whenever she is in a trouble, her mind says to pray to Lord Sri Krishna. She immediately cried, Krishna, Govinda, please save me from this trouble. She cried, Govinda Gopala Gopika Vallabha Govardhano Dharaka Govardhano Dharaka Govinda Gopala Gopika Vallabha Govardhano Dharaka Govardhano Dharaka. She prayed to Lord Sri Krishna. Immediately she saw a sound coming from the back door. Draupadi, please open the door. A sound was coming. And Draupadi immediately went to the back door and saw Sri Krishna appeared in front of her. Sri Krishna said to Draupadi that he is hungry and he wants food immediately. Then Draupadi said to Lord Sri Krishna, What Krishna? Don't play with me. Now Durvasa Maharishi came with his 10,000 disciples to eat at our hut. And I have already washed the Akshaya Patram and kept it upside down. And it stops giving the food when it is washed. And now what shall I do? It will become a great sin if I didn't serve food to Brahmanottama. And now you are coming and asking me to serve food. What is this, Krishna? She said to Draupadi. Draupadi said to Krishna. Krishna said to Draupadi, Anayitva mamasthali. Bring my Akshaya Patram. I only gave it to you, na? Bring it. Sri Krishna said. Draupadi said to Sri Krishna, What Krishna? Now only I am saying that the Akshaya Patram has been washed and it stops giving the food. And now you are asking this Akshaya Patram and now you are asking me to bring this Akshaya Patram, Draupadi said. And Krishna said, I only gave it to you, right? Bring that. And Draupadi went inside and she brought the Akshaya Patram. And Krishna saw a small green leaf sticking onto the vessel. He took the leaf and he ate. He said, the creatures in the world which are not satisfied with hunger shall get satisfied with what I am eating. Krishna said, we say, Vasanat Vasudevasya Vasitam Bhuvanatrayam Sarvaloka Nivasosi Vasudeva Namostute. This Bhagavan is only Antaryami for all living beings. As he ate, Durvasa Maharishi and his 10,000 disciples got burps. They realized that their stomach got full. They thought, if we eat even a single rice, our stomach will burst. So Durvasa Maharishi sent a messenger to Yudhishthira that they were satisfied and they will come and eat at their hut later day. And Durvasa Maharishi with his 10,000 disciples went out of the forest. From this, we come to know that Bhakti Priyo Madhavaha. How did Draupadi gave this green leaf to Lord Sri Krishna? She gave it with Bhakti. So Bhagavan accepted it. Bhakti Priyo Madhavaha. And we also come to an incident when Satyabhama, when Krishna decided to do Tulabhara Leela, Rukmini Pirati offered Krishna a small basil leaf, a small tulasi leaf. Krishna accepted it how Satyabhama gave all the wealth, all her father's wealth in the balance, but the Krishna's balance was at the lower stage, and uh, and the and all the wealth were in the upper stage. And when Sri Rukmini Pirati came with basil leaf and she offered it to Krishna, the Krishna weight became less and the weight of the wealth became more. So, Rukmini Pirati, how did she give it to Lord Sri Krishna? She gave it with bhakti. So, Bhagavan accepted it. And then we come to Pushpam. Pushpam means flower. Who gave flower to Lord Sri Krishna? In Alvargar, Tondaradippudi Alvar and Periyalvar did Pushpa Kainkaryam to Lord Sriman Narayana. They tied a garland out of flower and offered it to Sriman Narayana. And in our Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam, Swami Anantalvan, who was a disciple of Bhagavat Sri Ramanuja, did Pushpa Kainkaryam in Tirumala under the guidance of Sri Ramanujacharya. In Purana Itihasams, Gajendra offered Pushpam to Lord Sriman Narayana. How did Gajendra offer? In his previous birth, he was a Pandya king named as Indradyumna. His guru was sage Agastya. Sage Agastya gave him Narayana Mantram, and with his guru's grace, Indradyumna did pujas to Lord Sriman Narayana grandly. When sage Agastya came to Indradyumna's palace, he did not even think to look at his guru, and he thought that he was a king. He did pujas to Lord Sriman Narayana grandly, whereas sage is a sage and he does pujas with simple things. When sage Agastya thought that this Indradyumna is like a musk elephant, respect towards Guru is just a simple manners, but he does not know the manner and he is acting like he is doing pujas to Lord Sriman Narayana. Let him become a musk elephant. He cursed Indradyumna to become musk elephant. Indradyumna realized his mistake and went and prostrated to sage Agastya and pleaded for the remedy of his curse. So sage Agastya said that he would be born as an elephant in Trikuta Parvatam in Kshirabdi. And when a crocodile got hold of his legs, then Lord Sriman Narayana will come and protect him. And in his next birth, this Indradyumna was born as Gajendra in Trikuta Parvatam. One day, his elephant companions and friends were very, very thirsty, including Gajendra. They wanted to drink water, but they searched for water bodies and they didn't find water bodies. So, so they got a fragrance of lotus flower in a pond. They they went in the direction of the fragrance of lotus flower, and they were so happy that they saw the pond, and they play and the Gajendra's friends and his companions started to play in the water. And as per sage Agastya's curse, a crocodile got hold of Gajendra's leg. Now Gajendra and crocodile were doing tug of war. Gajendra's friends and companions decided to rescue him from the crocodile. They tried their level best, but they were not able to rescue. And they went. This Gajendra and the crocodile were doing tug of war for 1,000 years. Now Gajendra thought, I am an elephant. I am so powerful in land. I might have pulled the crocodile and I might have killed in the land. Or else the crocodile is powerful in water. So the crocodile might have pulled me and it might have killed me in the water. But nothing has happened. Or through natural basis, one of us might have died. But nothing has happened to us. So there is someone who determines the birth and death of a creature. So he prayed to the Supreme Being and he called the Supreme Being. Immediately, Lord Sriman Narayana came in his Garuda and rescued Gajendra from the crocodile. Now Gajendra thought to give something to Lord Sriman Narayana. In the pond, there was 1,000 petal lotus. He he brought the lotus and gave it to Lord Sriman Narayana. And Sriman Narayana accepted it because Gajendra gave it with bhakti. So Lord Sriman Narayana accepted the flower. Lord Sriman Narayana might have sent one of his Parshadas, but he didn't send because it called the Supreme Being with bhakti. So Lord Sriman Narayana himself came in Garuda to rescue Gajendra. Gajendra prayed to Lord Sriman Narayana. Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Gajendra prayed to Lord Sriman Narayana. And Gajendra gave the 1,000 petal rose to Sriman Narayana, and Sriman Narayana accepted it. And then we come to phalam. Phalam means fruit. Who gave fruit to Lord Sriman Narayana? When Sriman Narayana took Ramavatara, Shabari party gave the fruit to Lord Sriman Narayana. Shabari party was a disciple of Matanga Maharishi. Why her name was Shabari? Because she belonged to an Adivasi group named Shabaras. When Matanga Maharishi decided to go to Brahmaloka, she granted boon for every his disciples. When he called Shabari party and asked what boon does she want, Shabari party said, "You are my guru. You know what is right and what is wrong for me. So please give me which will take me to the right path." Shabari party said to Matanga Maharishi, and Matanga Maharishi was so happy, and he gave Sri Ramanamam to Shabari party. Shabari grandma asked Matanga Maharishi, "What is the meaning of this mantra?" For that, Matanga Maharishi said, "Shabari, the meaning of this mantra will come to your hut by searching you," he said. Shabari party waited for Sri Ramachandra Prabhu for 12 years. She planted many fruit trees near the banks of river Pampa. She waited for Sri Ramachandra Prabhu for 12 years, and when at last Sri Ramachandra Prabhu with Lakshmanalvar came to the hut of Shabari party, Shabari gave these fruits to Lord Sriman Narayana, who is Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. First time in his life, Sri Ramachandra Prabhu accepted the fruit which is given by Shabari party. Lakshmanalvar was so astonished because Sri Ramachandra Prabhu was called as Chakravarti Tirumagan. He is the son of the emperor of the world. He does not accept anything. He has the practice to give only. But for the first time, Sri Ramachandra Prabhu accepted the fruit given by Shabari party, which is because Shabari party gave this fruit with bhakti. She gave this with pure mind. And so Sri Ramachandra Prabhu accepted the fruit, and Shabari party, with the presence of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, she chanted Ramanama and went to where her guru went. He went to his guru's sloka. Swami Vedanta Deshikan says, "Sabari moksha sakshi bhuta." Sri Ramachandra Prabhu didn't give moksha to Shabari party. He witnessed how Shabari party went to her guru's sloka. Why Bhagavan accepted this fruit? Because Shabari party gave it with pure mind. She gave it with bhakti. Toyam means anything which is liquid. Who gave Toyam to Bhagavan? There was a king named Randi Devar. In his reign, in his region, there was famine occurred. The cattle, the people, the birds, animals, everything were dying out of hunger and thirst. And when and one day Randideva collected some grains and made a porridge for their livelihood. When Randideva and his wife and his child sat to drink, there a Brahmana came. He said, "O king, I am so hungry. I didn't eat for several days. If I didn't eat now, I will die. Please give me something." The Brahmana asked to Randideva. And Rantideva, the king, immediately gave half of the porridge to the Brahmana. And the Brahmana went happily. And again, when he sat to drink the left out porridge, a man came in front of him. He said, "I am hungry. I didn't eat. Please give me something," he said. And Rantideva gave half of the porridge which is left out. And the man went happily. And again a beggar came and asked for the food. If we were in his place, we will say, "We are striving for our livelihood, and now you are asking us food. Go, go," we will say. But Randideva didn't say like that. He immediately gave the porridge to beggar. And the Brahmana, the man, and the beggar turned into Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. They said they were so pleased with the Randideva's activity. They wanted to give Randideva a boon. They asked, "What boon does Randideva want?" And Randideva said that in his region, from now, there should be no famine at all. Nobody should strive from thirst, hunger. Everybody should be satisfied. He got this boon from Trimurtis. And they were so happy and gave it to Randideva. Why? Because Randideva gave it with bhakti to both to the Trimurtis. So Bhagavan also accepted it as Randideva gave it with bhakti. He did not thought that I am giving this to this beggar, this Brahmana and the man. He thought Bhagavan has given me this opportunity at this time also to give to these people. So Bhagavan accepted it. Bhagavan says these words, how to do bhakti towards him, and it has proof. About saying in Jnana Yoga, in other chapter, Bhagavan says, "Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha." He is defining the Lakshana of Pandita. Who is a Pandita? The one who sees everything as Lord Shri Krishna. He is Pandita. Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, "Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane." Who saw Bhagavan in a Brahmana? Kabir Das saw Bhagavan in a Brahmana. Kabir Dasa, when he was in a bazaar, he will always chant Ramanama. He will always do Dhyanam of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. When he did Dhyanam and he was involved in the Dhyanam and did not know that from the morning he came to the bazaar and he did not know that it became evening and everyone was closing their shops and going to their home. He was involved in Dhyana of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu that much. When he opened his eyes, he saw the sari in front of him. So he thought, okay, there is no selling today. Tomorrow we will see. So like that he thought and take the sari and went away. And he saw a old Brahmana who is shivering out of cold. He was in Kabir Dasa was in Kashi. So it was so cold and the old Brahmana was shivering. And Kabir Dasa gave this sari to the old Brahmana freely. And the Brahmana asked about the rate of the sari. "I don't have any money, Kabir Das. Don't please accept please keep it with yourself. Like that Brahmana said. But Kabir Das sir did not accept it, and he gave it to this Brahmana and went to his house. He was in the back side of his house and did dhyanam again. This Brahmana now came to Kabir Das's house and told to his mother, Kabir Das sir gave me this sari freely, and the sari was stitched by his mother, Kabir Das's mother. Kabir Das's mother know about this sari that because she only stitched it. So she was astonished that Kabir Dasa gave it freely. So she took a stick to beat Kabir Dasa. Where is he? He asked. And this Brahmana said, he is in the back door of your house, he said. And Kabir Dasa's mother uh, went near Kabir Dasa with a stick and he started to beat Kabir Dasa. Kabir Dasa didn't know that his mother was coming near him and she was about to beat him. And his dhyanam uh, was collapsed due to the noise of the surrounding. And when Kabir Dasa's mother started to beat Kabir Dasa, the old man started to shout, "Don't please, don't please beat Kabir Das! Don't please beat Kabir Das!" He shouted. Kabir Dasa's mother became astonished. I am beating my son, but the old man is shouting. And immediately Kabir Dasa and his mother went at the front side of their house and saw Sri Ramachandra Prabhu himself standing. So Kabir Dasa saw Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Prabhu even in a Brahmana. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane. Then Gavi. Gavi means a cow. Who saw Bhagavan in cow? Jnaneshwar Maharaj saw. Jnaneshwar Maharaj went to Agraharam. He wished to wear a sacred thread. So he went to Agraharam and asked the Brahmana that, that he wants to wear the sacred thread. The Brahmana asked, from which Gotra you belong? And Jnaneshwar Maharaj said that I don't know about what Gotra I belong, but Shastram says that if the boy who is going to wear the sacred thread does not know his Gotra, the one who is doing this, the one who is going to put the sacred thread may have shall say his Gotra as the boy's Gotra. Shastram says like that. He said to this Brahmana. Now the Brahmana became so angry. He said, I am a Brahmana. I know the Shastrams. You are just a 5-year-old boy. You are saying me about the Shastrams. He said, and he did not even look at Jnaneshwar Maharaj. And he saw a man with a buffalo going near the Agraharam. The Brahmana asked to Jnaneshwar Maharaj, will this cow say the Sahamavedam? He asked. And Jnaneshwar Maharaj said, yes, definitely this cow will say. How will it say? And Brahmana shouted again, you go and say this cow to say Samaveda, then I will put the sacred thread to you. And Jnaneshwar Maharaj went near the cow and he said, hey cow, tell Samaveda. Not like that. He said, Panduranga, say Samaveda. Like that he said. And immediately the cow started saying Samaveda. The Brahmana was so astonished and he immediately asked Jnaneshwar Maharaj and he put the sacred thread to Jnaneshwar Maharaj. He immediately understood the greatness of Jnaneshwar Maharaj. And so it is proved that in the cow, Bhagavan is there in the Antaryami state. And Jnaneshwar Maharaj have proved that if we call Bhagavan with bhakti, Bhagavan may come at any form. Gavi. Then Hastini. Hastini means elephant. Who saw Bhagavan in elephant? There was a Pandita named Rasika Murari. He always goes he always goes to visit his guru, who is in another village. He has to cross a city and then only he should go to the village. In the city, there was a king. His elephant got must. It it started to destroy the city. It had already destroyed half of the city. The people uh, the people are afraid to go out, and this matter does not reach Rasika Murari. And his guru and Rasika Murari's guru wanted to see Rasika Murari immediately. As a sincere Guru Bhakta, Rasika Murari immediately went to visit his Guru. He has to cross through the city where the must elephant is there. When he was going out of the house and until reaching the um, ashramam of his Guru, he chanted Narayana Nama. And when he entered the city, he saw the elephant coming towards him ferociously. He saw the elephant as Narayana. He said, Narayana, why you are coming towards me this much ferociously? He said to the elephant. And the elephant immediately prostrated the Rasika Murari and went to the palace. The elephant itself went to the palace. There are many guards of the king who cannot control the elephant. But this Brahmana Rasika Murari came and entered the elephant, and the elephant itself went to the palace. All the servants of the king went to the palace and said to the king, the elephant has come to our palace. And the king asked the soldiers, how many people was there to get the elephant controlled? The guard said, only one man. Only one man? Who is that? He is Rasika Murari, they said. The king was giving some, uh, the king gave some grains, fruits to the ashrama of Rasika Murari's guru. When he forgot to give for some days, for that Rasika Murari's guru asked Rasika Murari to meet the king and discuss about this matter. For that reason, Rasika Murari's guru called Rasika Murari. But while going to the ashrama, Rasika Murari get control of the elephant, and the elephant came to the palace. They said, and the king now got himself remembered that he was giving some fruits, grains to the ashrama, and he started giving immediately. This Rasika Murari saw Bhagavan in the elephant also. Hastini. Shuni means a dog. Who saw Bhagavan in a dog? Sant Namadevar saw Bhagavan in a dog. How did he saw? He always wrote Abhangam near Chandrabhaga river. He does, if he started to write Abhangam, he forgot everything. He knows only one thing, who is Panduranga. He always think of Panduranga and write the Abhangam. Namadeva's wife was so concerned about him and gave some sukha roti and sabji for eating. She kept uh, beside Namadeva. And a dog came and it grabbed the sukha roti and sabji and went far away. Namadeva saw this. He did not call, dog, come here, stop. He did not call like that. He called Panduranga, Panduranga, and he went back and he went running to catch the dog. And the dog went deep inside the forest. And Namadeva was still chasing the dog to catch it. And at last Namadeva catched the dog and said, Panduranga, don't eat sukha roti simply, have this sabji and eat, he said. And immediately the dog appeared as Panduranga. Parabrahmalingam bhaje Pandurangam. Like that, Panduranga was standing in front of Namadeva. And Panduranga said, Namadeva, I have cheated many yogis, but I can't cheat you. because you are doing bhakti towards me and you are finding me, even if I am coming to me, even if I am coming to you in the form of mosquito. Bhagavan said like that. So Namadeva saw Bhagavan, who is in the Antaryami state, in the dog also. Shuni, Swapakaha means a beggar. Who saw Bhagavan in a beggar? Sridharaya world saw. Once Sridharaya in the one day in Sridharaya's house, Shraddham was going to happen. His wife had prepared some food for the Shraddham. According to our tradition, we should not give Shraddham food to any of the outsiders. But a beggar was standing on the backside of the. He was sleeping at the Sridharaya in front of Sridharaya's house. And when Sridharayaval went outside, saying Shivanama, and he saw the beggar sleeping. The beggar saw Sridharayaval and said, I am so hungry. Please give me some food. I didn't eat for several days, he said. Sridharayaval saw him as Lord Shiva and gave the Shraddha food to this beggar. Immediately, the Purohitas who came to do Shraddham in Sridharayaval's house got angry and they said, you first go to Kashi and bath in Ganga. Then we will do Shraddham at your house. He is in Tiruvesai Nallur and Kashi is in the north. And how can he go there in one day? So he prayed to Lord Shiva. He composed Gangashtakam. And the Ganga came from his well, and it happened a flood in Tiruvesai Nallur, and everybody was floating in the Ganga water. Then the Purohitas understood that Sridharayaval is none other than Lord Shiva, and they prayed to Sridharayaval to suppress the Ganga's force in Tiruvesai Nallur, and he said Ganga to be there in his well. So the Ganga came inside his well immediately. Sridharaya didn't saw this beggar as a beggar. He saw his Antaryami state. He saw him as Lord Shiva. How did this happen? Due to bhakti. What is the greatness of bhakti? Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba also says, among the forms of sadhana, bhakti is the easiest and holiest. We discussed about the three yogas, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. And this Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga is connected with Bhakti Prapatti, with Prema Bhakti. How it is interconnected? Karma means duty. We already discussed. If a father asks his son to do a duty, to do a work, how does the son do the work? Why does the son do the work? Because he has love towards his father, he obeys his father and do the work. And he is not expecting the results of the work. Like that, when we do karma yoga to attain Bhagavan, we should not expect our results. And how should we do it? And how can we do it? By loving Bhagavan. If we love Bhagavan, we do karma yoga. So it is connected with prema bhakti. And then coming to bhakti yoga, there are ashtanga yogas. So how do we perform meditation about Sri Krishna? We perform meditation because we love him. We want to meditate him always. So we perform ashtanga yogas. And when coming to jnana yoga, the jnana yogi is the one who sees Bhagavan in every creature. He sees the antaryami of the creature. If we have love in Lord Sri Krishna, then we wish to see Bhagavan in all creatures. So it is also connected with prema bhakti. These even if we follow karma yoga, Even if we follow Bhakti Yoga, even if we follow Jnana Yoga, it is the way to gain Bhakti towards Bhagavan. The three yogas are the way to get Bhakti towards Bhagavan. And now I wish to conclude my Upanyasam with a song. Saradiyai varuvaye, Saradiyai varuvaye, Kanna Samardhanilenda Radam Tanai Nadatidum, Saradiyai varuvaye, Kanna Samardhanilenda Radam Tanai Nadatidum, Saradiyai varuvaye. பாரினில் வாழ்க்கையே போறதில் ஐம்பொறி பகைவர்களை வென்று வகையுடன் ஆளவே. பாரிதில் வாழ்க்கையே போறதில் ஐம்பொறி பகைவர்களை வென்று வகையுடன் ஆளவே. சாரதியாய் வருவாயே கண்ணா சமர்த்தனிலே இந்த ரதம் தன்னை நடத்திடும் சாரதியாய் வருவாயே. உள்ளமே குருக்ஷேத்திரம் உனதருளே அஸ்திரம். உள்ளமே குருக்ஷேத்திரம் உனதருளே அஸ்திரம். ஓங்கிய பகைவரை உறவென்று எண்ணாமல். ஓங்கிய பகைவரை உறவென்று எண்ணாமல். வள்ளலே வென்று நாம் வகை சுடவே எண்ணி. வள்ளலே வென்று நாம் வகை சுடவே எண்ணி. வந்துள்ளே நீரங்குவாய் வரமிது தருவாய். வந்துள்ளே நீரங்குவாய் வரமிது தருவாய். சாரதியாய் வருவாயே கண்ணா சமர்த்தனிலே இந்த ரதம் தன்னை நடத்திடும் சாரதியாய் வருவாயே கண்ணா. I would like to thank Vishwarupa Sai Consciousness Organization for giving me this opportunity. I would like to give my Kritagnyata to my Guru, Sri Anandayanidhi Bhagavatar, and my music teacher Janaki Mami for teaching me this music. Thank you. Gopika Jeevana Smaranam Govinda Govinda Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Oh, that is so beautiful. At this young age, we were just playing around and you were singing the glory of Swami with such beautiful and with such a beautiful essence you are expounding on and sharing with us. That is so nice, Krishna. And God bless you. And we are all loving your, and all the kids coming here and saying about Swami. This is so beautiful. And yeah, you got such beautiful environment, the gurus, teachers and parents encouraging you to be in this, utilize it for sure, and be in this always. Okay, and make us also be in this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Krishna, it was absolutely so profound and deep. And thank you for bringing this essence of bhakti. And you have, told all those great saints, right from Namdev to Kabir Das to Sridhar Ayyawad, all of them. And you have taught us today, and you have reminded us today that you have to see God in everyone. That is the highest and simplest form of bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, which is through bhakti. Amazing. Though you are a child of just 13 years, it's just physical age, I'm sure your soul is very, 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 very old to tell this secret of the secrets. To see God in everyone. Amazing examples you gave. No words. And how you connected all the three, bhakti, jnana, and karma in such simple words that, the Vedanta, the essence of Veda, you have given us. We are ever grateful to your Guru, Acharya Vidwan Sri Anand Dayanidhi ji, and to Bhargavi, to Bhavadarini ma'am, for bringing all these children here to this platform. And please don't, every week, every Saturday, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, for next 20 weeks or 22 weeks, we have got the Upanyasams from the kids, from the students of Vidwan Acharya Sri Anand Dayanidhi ji. So many Krishnas will come and tell us God's glory and how to be in this path. It's such a high energy Upanyasam. And thank you, where you spoke about, all of the great saints, the Maharaj, who have seen God realization, who have experienced God realization. Thank you. We just love this very simple way, saying that see God in everyone. That is Jnana Marga. Thank you so much, Kannamma.
Thank you.
And also I'm loving the unity in your students, when one comes to speak, all will attend for sure and listen with such a passion and love. That is beautiful to see. God bless you all. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
So again, next Saturday, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, please log in to this Bhagavata Upanyasam by this Bala Bhagavatars. They're all, born for a high cosmic purpose to, elevate all of us to higher consciousness. What to say? I'm reminded of my mentor, my guru brother Julius, always telling, Swami is doing so much. When this rings in my head every day, because when you see each dimension that is coming up, be it the music or the Upanyasams or the music festivals or the Vedam chanting or, see the Navanathas and Dashamahavidyas. Oh my God, that's the highest form of Jnana Yoga. Everything is being given on a platter in how many dimensions? Oh my God, this is incredible. And we are so fortunate to be here in this space. Thank you. Sai Ram, now I hand over the session. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.